to YouTube after. Yeah, I think for I'll add a little note. What a shame. I don't know why that would happen. Just like that. How bizarre. Gremlins. Gremlins, gremlins. Are we still on YouTube? Yes. Signal gave out for a bit and then it cut off. How weird. Thank goodness for phones. Yes, that's really weird. Yes, I can record the stream. So I'm doing that at the moment, and we'll see what happens. We've also got our lovely gingham, which I think, so back to the card. Our lovely gingham, I do think this might be quite cute to do maybe a couple of layers of gingham in different colours of green. So that might be quite cute to do along the bottom there. Quite like the idea of doing that for these guys to sit on. And then we've got our little bit of the mountains. What I could do, let me have a look in here while we're looking for bits and bobs. What have I done with those? So we also have our little mountain scene dies, which are very cute. They might be a little bit big for this particular project, so that's why I just want to double check, see if we've got any that might fit. See, this one, that one could look quite cute, couldn't it? We've obviously got the snow caps that will fit on here. I just need to match up the right ones if I can to the right bit. I think these are possibly the correct ones. So in this set, this mounted set is really cool because you have actually got the smaller set, but then you've got this really big set as well. So and then you've also got individual ones, so you can make individual mountains that kind of overlap each other, which is quite cool as well. So you can do different ways of doing that, which is really cute. So yeah, quite like the idea of having some actual mountains in the background there. So I think we might have a go at doing that as well. Because again, this is a die set that I've not used for a while. So that might be fun. That might be fun to have a play with. So to cut out my my greenery, shall we use the slimline set that I couldn't find, and I still can't find, which must be in here somewhere, she says. Or I've also got my slimline dies here, which might work. We'll use those because I can't find the other one, which is very odd. It must be in there somewhere. And I think it was also in the sale recently, so it's definitely one to have a look for, which is the slimline slopes. Slimline slopes. And they will be very useful as well coming up for making winter slopes. And Lisa says, love the paper pad, so colourful, and got loads of gingham, says Lucy. gingham is such a useful thing to have. So we've in this slimline scenes, what's it called? Hillside, I think. Slimline hillside scene dies. So you've got a road in there, you've got some hills, and you've got some grass. This one has got some stitching on it, which is the one that I think I'm going to use. And we do only need parts of it, but if we cut it out, we can snip it down. So I'm just going to add this onto here and cut this out and then see where we end up. Oh, I'm so sorry about YouTube failing. That's just so annoying. I'm very frustrated by that. So we've got one layer there. Let's do a layer of the green, the lighter shade of green, should I say. And let's move that over a little bit so that we've got our hills in a different spot. I like to get most of my die cutting done first. And then I can put it all together then afterwards. So let me just do that. And so we've got, let's have a look. How high do I want it to go is the question. So we've got there to there. I need another green bit there. So yeah, another dark green would go there, wouldn't it? That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like that. So I think we can probably chop this in half using a trimmer. Grab our trimmer. Keep moving all of my little images around, and let's just create a bit of space here so that we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to use my cardstock as a guide where I want to trim to. Pick it up with my nails, it'd help. Come here. There we go. There. I think that's about the right place. I'll just scooch you along a little bit. Looks about right. There we go. So we've got that there, and then we're going to have another bit of green there. This one's a little bit tall, so let's, how tall do I want that to be? A bit more of the dark green, lighter green, and then that. That seems about right. So this one needs cutting about there. There we go. Pop that to one side. This can go to one side as well for now. Okay, so let's move my patterned paper. Love the gingham. Such a useful pad, the gingham. Really and the winter ones, the Winter Wonderland and the Joyful Winter, these are going to be awesome for the new release coming up. A bit more die cutting to do with my clouds, but I think I'm going to do that on my smaller die cutting machine. So I'm just going to cut some of this cardstock down, and I'm going to do these in just in white. So I'll pop that onto there, and put them to one side because we'll do them in a mo. Because we've also got our mountains to die cut as well. So put them to one side. So this is going to start taking a bit of shape now. Oh, I need to trim that down as well, don't I? That's very cute. And then so do I do these mountains in the background there? Yeah, I like these mountains, so I'm going to go with some grey or brown mountains. So I've got my scraps of grey, but I've really only got quite a pale grey. But I just quite like the idea of them being brown, which I know is a bit unusual, but I think it would work quite nicely. This kind of chocolatey brown. What do we think? Yeah, I quite like that with the white snow caps. And I think the snow caps that I want are these ones, so I'm going to cut this out as well. So yeah, so if anybody was watching on YouTube, I hope you found us here on Facebook. I don't know what the issue is. Sometimes it's very frustrating. So I think I am going to have to just trim this one down, aren't I? I might just cut it inside. Inside that one. There we go. Not the straightest cut there. Trim that there. There we go. So, little die cutting machine. And let's pop this through. Have a little look, see what we think. And then we can check on the size of our snow caps. So with this, it only cuts into the card, it doesn't cut the bottom bit, so that you can decide how much you want along the bottom. So they're going to sit there in the background, and then the caps, I believe, will be these small ones, and that one on there, and then probably I can pick it up with that one for that one, I think is correct. So we can do that out of this white cardstock as well. So add these to this. Stick those on there. Oops. These are sticking to my fingers. So, is everybody crafting along tonight? What are we all up to this evening? And is anybody going to any bonfires this weekend? Because it's almost bonfire night, isn't it? Yeah, it's not long until bonfire night. I don't think we're going to do, and it does happen to be off work for bonfire night, which is, you know, as a firefighter, I don't know whether that he thinks that's a good thing or a bad thing. But because obviously it could well be a very busy evening for his colleagues. So yeah, is anybody going to be going out? So I think that one feels too small. That one, maybe it's that one, and then that one on the middle. I think that's the right way around, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Lovely. So then we've also got our little cloud shapes as well. So we've got our cloud shapes. And we'll just pop these back onto here for now. Pop that out of the way. Lovely. So I am going to use these guys into this piece of cardstock here. I'll just pop them on there so that they don't get in the way. I don't think I need this anymore, so let's put this away. Christmas crafting, that's Claire, that's what Claire's up to. So Christmas cards or Christmas gifts. What kind of Christmas crafting are we up to? Has everybody else started their Christmas cards? Is it only me that has not started the Christmas cards yet? Please tell me it's not just me. Is this going to be a bit bunged up, I think? Oh no. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue to the top of my mountains. And then I'm going to get my little quick sticks tool just to help me pop these in place. There we go. So there's my mountains. And then to finish off the background, because I do think that the background does need a little bit of finishing, and I think I am going to lower that down a little bit. So I'm going to chop off the bottom of this a bit more, because I think it is too much. But I'm going to ink blend the sky into this so that we've got bit more something for our clouds to pop out against. So let's grab my Claire says she's doing a large job with trees, lights, reindeer and snow. That sounds awesome. Is it like almost like a snow globe type of thing? Sounds awesome. So let's use a bit of tumbled glass here, and I'm going to use my extra large brush here, I think, and just get this covered with some ink. Did anybody have any trick-or-treaters as well? Because we, I made those little trick-or-treat buckets that you might have seen. I put those. If you've not seen the trick-or-treat bucket. I know it's no longer Halloween, but I do think that it is a really cute project to have for future, and you could also use it for other occasions. It doesn't just have to be for what about I'm just trying to think of what would be a nice colour to contrast with this. Maybe a bit of stormy sky, just to deepen that a little bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. So I'm just adding a bit of stormy sky into that blue, just to butch it up a little bit, because tumbled glass can sometimes be a little bit flimsy for my liking. You know, I like a good bold colour, so we just butched it up with a little bit of the what did I say, stormy sky. I'm going to brush that off along there, and then I might do some water splattering. I do have a little bit of water. I've knocked a little bit of the water off to one side because there's some quite big droplets, but I don't mind that because I want it to be, that one's quite a big droplet though. That one was a bit bigger than I anticipated. Let's pop my tissue over the top. Yes, love that. I love it when you get a decent amount of texture. So we've got some nice texture on the back there, which is cool. Right, where's my cloth? Give this a little bit of a wipe. So what else has been happening here? So like I said, I did my little trick-or-treat kind of bucket, but we've not really, we don't, like I said, and you guys probably already know, we don't have children, so I've not really decorated up Halloween. I don't usually decorate up Halloween, so I think there's a bit of an unwritten rule now that if you're not decorated up, people don't come and knock at your door. So I kind of did a little hanging out of the door, say hello, I'm here, I have goodies and treats if you want to come in, come over, should I say. So we've got our mountains there, which I might just trim down so that they're a little bit off to one side. And then we've got our gingham. I might pull them down a little. Got our gingham. And then we've got our clouds. That's cute. Real cute. Yeah, I might do something like that, which I think looks adorable. And then we're going to have our little llamas. And do I want to give them a little hat or anything? Or no, I think I'm going to leave him without and him with. He's very cute, isn't he? Maybe thinking about where they're going to be positioned. Yes, I think these two are the correct pairing. So I'm going to pop that just up there. And let's stamp out our llamas. So it was good. It was cute. People came and they really loved the fact that they were decorated up, and a few people were saying, "Oh, these are posh, aren't they?" So they weren't just your standard set of treats, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making them, and I enjoyed the reaction as well, which was cool. So yeah, I did enjoy that. So that was cool. And then what else have we been up to? preparing for the new release. So I've been doing lots of stamping and colouring in, which I love. And because I've been doing lots of stamping and colouring in, I found that a lot of my marker pens have evaporated. So I've put in a pretty sizable order with cult pens for some more markers because I desperately needed them. Absolutely love cult pens, and I love obviously my Copic markers, as you know. So I put in an order to replace a number of ones that have, like I say, that have expired. But I've also filled in some gaps, because what I like to do when I buy my pens is wait until I've got a few that need replacing, because then I can usually qualify for free shipping if I spend enough. So rather than just putting in, you know, an order for one pen and then having to pay for the postage for that, I either wait until they've got like an offer on or a sale on, or I will wait, like I say, wait until I'm putting an order for a few. So, and I don't buy any new colours until I'm, you know I'm going to be looking to replace. So that's what I did. Now let me just zoom in a little bit so that you can see me colouring in my little llamas. Now llamas come in a number of different colours, don't they? Some of them can be quite dark, and then some of them can be quite light. One of the colours that I am replacing, this is a selection of the ones that I am replacing. E41 is a really good colour for colouring in llamas, the E40s. But I'm out of E41. I've got E40, E42 and E43. So I'm going to try and just use these three. I feel like there is quite a big gap between E40 and E42, but we're going to try and work with it because they've not come just yet. For the face, now then, this is where I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat, and you guys can do this as well, because I'm going to look on our website and I'm going to look for the llama stamp set. So I'm looking on my website here, and you'll see that there are examples on there of how people have coloured in the llamas, myself included, and some of the design team. So different ways there. I like that. That's really cute with the yellow faces. They're very cute. And then one of the little saddles is used as a bib there. That's very cute. This is also very cute. That's kind of the colour scheme that I'm kind of thinking of. And then this one is more of a grey, like a warm grey is being used. So yeah, that's a really good way of getting some inspiration for your colouring in if you are struggling. So I think we're going to go with the with this as kind of our colour scheme. So I'm just going to use a bit of a kind of a swirly technique. I'm going to leave some little white bits, I think, just in amongst, just to give it a little feeling of being a little bit fluffy, and then add a little bit of colour to the face. Same with this guy. Just going to add some swirls. So these, the llamas are actually really quite easy to colour in, because you could make them more or less a white llama that doesn't need any colour really. Just a little bit of shading probably, with either warm greys or warm greys or just cool greys. So I'm just going to blend out this E40 around the face, just to soften that up a little bit. So like I said, that's mostly going to be a white face. And then the E42, oh, wrong end, I'm going to use to just add a little bit of depth here and there, make those ears a bit darker around chin, and then just a few extra little swirls, and then around where the legs are folded. I really like how this llama turned out, because he's got like his little legs crossed, which I think is really cute. I have no idea if that's how llamas actually do sit, but in my head they do. So yeah, so that is that's been a lot of what I've been doing. We went to see Aunt's sisters for a coffee today, and see his niece and nephew, which was very cute. We also did a little bit of shopping while we were there, because we needed a few, well, I needed some snuggly PJs. I have got a couple of pairs, but felt like I needed more, because if we're not having heating on, we need snuggly PJs. This is an absolute requirement now. Snuggly PJs. We should get snuggly PJ allowance. That'd help us all out, wouldn't it? So yeah, and I'm going out tomorrow. So it's Aunt's sister, one of his sisters, gets married in February, and she's having a hen do tomorrow. So I'm going on a hen do, which could be messy. I am actually only going to the brunch. It's a bottomless brunch though, so it still has potential to get messy. But I've the outfit that I've chosen to wear requires me to wear some tights. Well, could I find any tights anywhere? No. So yeah, for some reason, finding just some ordinary like 15-20 denier tights has proved to be a bit of a challenge. But I did find some today, so that was good. So I'm all prepared for tomorrow. I can't believe it's actually Friday tomorrow. Even though I know it's Thursday today, it doesn't feel like tomorrow should be a Friday, but I guess that means it's almost the weekend, doesn't it? Which is good. So, speaking of warm greys, I think I'm going to use the warm grey just to colour in their little hooves. So, a little bit of warm grey on those hooves. A warm grey 5. I've not yet started any Christmas shopping. I don't know if you guys are on with your Christmas shopping, but I cannot face it yet. The only thing that we have done, which I've been trying to encourage Aunt into doing, is that we've started like a little Christmas box of just I suppose little things that you always kind of have in at Christmas, like your chocolates and your biscuits and just little stocking fillers, that kind of thing. but so we've got like a little Christmas box that's kind of coming together there, but it, you know, it's nowhere near anything like what we need for presents, that kind of thing. So I've got my little llamas. I'm just thinking, what colour do I want to do for his little saddle here? Excuse me while I just blow my nose. I'm thinking in terms of colours that are going to go with this. They're quite primary sort of colours. So if I was to use maybe the paper pad as a bit of a guide, maybe some oranges and oranges, reds, pinks, that kind of thing. That would look quite nice. I feel like an orange is quite a good shout. I don't feel like an orange. I don't feel like I'm an orange because that's how it came out, isn't it? But I thought the orange colour might be nice. So let's see, how should we do this? Should we just go for an actual orange main area? Just gone for it, everyone. So a bit of orange. I like that. Yes, that's looking good. A bit of orange and a bit of blue to bring in this blue from the background. That might be a nice shout. There we go, a bit of blue around there. So these two blues seem to be quite far apart when you first lay them down, but they blend together so well. B28 and B24, they blend so lovely together. And then on the outside, I'm thinking that maybe just a bit of yellow. That yellow works really nice, but it's not really going to stand out. So I'm actually using the Y15 on this to just add on there, which is looking kind of cute. So that's our little llamas done, I think. So what's left to do is cut these out. Jane says that she's been shopping for the girls since about July, grabbing bargains as and when you see them. See, that is such a good thing to do. It's such a good idea to get ahead of it like that. I wish I was that organised, Jane. Alison says they're looking super cute. Thank you. And that you are currently cutting cupcake wrappers and toppers for a gender reveal baby shower on your cry cut. My sister is the baker. I make the toppers. Lol. I'm sad that Halloween is over. I know you were enjoying it, weren't you? You were enjoying Halloween, and you had a party to go to. Were you worse for wear? I believe you were a little bit worse for wear, weren't you? But yeah, I'm sad Halloween is over. I don't really want to make that transition from autumn into winter just yet, and Christmas just yet, because I have been enjoying the autumn feeling. It just seems to be over too quick, and we're everything's Christmas. So I saw somebody post today to say that they've got to put their pumpkins away now because it's all about Christmas. And I thought, but it's still November. I don't want Christmas to come until December, really. Having said that, once I'm in Christmas mode, I don't want Christmas to be over, and I don't want it to just be that boring, cold, post-Christmas January blues kind of feeling. I hate it when Christmas Day is actually, you know, a new year has come and gone, and it's like, right, that's it now. Now we wait. It's the long, long wait for summer to finally come, isn't it? And you're talking a good 4 months before it feels anything like spring has arrived. So yeah, it's I don't want to wish it all away. I don't want it to come and go too quick. So that's llama number 1. He's so cute. And I feel like I might need a little sunshine here. Might be required. So there is a little stamp for the sunshine, which might look quite cute, just to add a little pop of colour up there. But we've also got to add a sentiment, haven't we, somewhere? So I've not decided quite what I want to do with that sentiment just yet. So let me, do I need to zoom out just a touch? There we go. So that we can get all of this goodness in. So we've got llama number 2 is going to sit kind of there, I think. Llama number 1 is down here. I think we could have fit another little llama in, couldn't we? Should we have 3 llamas? So we could have had llama number 3, I think. Maybe there. That would be cute, wouldn't it? And then we've got the sentiments. It's your birthday. Scoot up there a little bit. It's your birthday. No problema. Maybe they can go something like that. Let me scooch them over there. I'm not sure about my sentiment fitting on. It's your birthday. I want a little bit of balance, you see. So maybe no problema can sit down there. Yes, that's creating me a bit of balance that I like. So get my cardstock back out. Get my little llama. Shall we try freestyling it? This is scary. Let's try it. Beautiful. Lovely. I love it when a plan comes together. And then my sentiments I'm also going to stamp onto here as well. And we can cut those out with the coordinating dies, because as you know, I love a coordinating die. Alison says, no, I'm not ready for Christmas. Roll on spring. Exactly. Roll on spring. I'm definitely with you there. So I'm going to use VersaFine Onyx Black ink for my sentiment. Just giving that a little bit of a rock when I do my sentiments. Just because I think sometimes that helps you get any like missed bits. Just trying to think, where's the best place for me to pop this so that I can pop them all in at the same time. But I might have made that a bit too close, but we'll see. We shall see. so I've got a hen do to go to tomorrow. What else are we up to? Oh, I'll tell you what else is coming up. So, on the same day, the very same day that the new release is due out, our little kittens are going for their snippity doo dah. So I am a bit nervous about that, because I presume they're going to be gone most of the day. So we drop them off in the morning, and yeah, and we'll pick them back up about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when they come back from the vets, because they take them to a different vets for the actual operation. Yeah. Oh, and it's going to be tough for them both. But I do think that for girls it is a bit tougher, isn't it? So, poor little girl, poor little boy. But we've been worried about them, worried about her maybe going into heat too soon, or before we've had a chance to have them, done. Because brothers and sisters can, make little babies, which is not ideal. We definitely don't want that to happen. So, yeah, but we've had to wait this long because there's been a backlog due to COVID. So we've not been able to get them booked in any sooner. Otherwise, I think we probably would have had them done by now, for safety, as soon as they were old enough, which they are now. They're old enough now. But we didn't have a choice because there were no available appointments until now. So, yeah. So just adding a little bit of colour around the face for that bit of extra dimension, and then just add a little bit of depth under his fringe. I do love his little fringe. And then, did I do that? I think I did the noses in that colour, didn't I? The E42, and then a bit of pink for the cheeks, warm grey for the little hooves. These are so cute to colour. I'm so glad I chose the llamas tonight because it's something a bit different. So it's not autumnal, it's not winter, it's just something that's a bit bright and a bit fun and a bit cheerful, which we definitely need, I think, in this cold weather that we're having. So I think it's nice sometimes to just pull out some of your different stamps, different dyes, and have a little play. So let me see if I can match up the It's Your Birthday. It's your birthday, and no problema. Maybe that one. Oh, look at that. First time. Love that. Right, so let's get this one lined up. And I do think that it would be cute to Christmasify up the llamas. So that might be something that I have a go at. Some little Christmas llamas. I know I did a project one year where I Christmasified up the sloths, the Bee Slothy set. I don't know if any of you have got the Bee Slothy set, but that one's a really fun one to Christmasify up. Yeah, I did use a few bits from other sets to put them like little Santa hats on, and Christmas lights and things like that, just to make them Christmassy. It was really cute. Oh, thank you, Alison. I'm sure they will be fine. I remember when we took little Harry, and he cried and cried the whole way. Because we'd got him from an animal sanctuary, we had to take them to a particular vets, not our usual vets. Thankfully, this time they're going to our usual vets who we know and we're a little bit more, probably a bit more comfortable with, because we know them and they know us, but so it was quite a way away that I had to take him, somewhere in Barnsley, I think it was, but it was quite a distance, and he cried and cried the whole way, and oh my God, it was heartbreaking. I didn't want to leave him. And he got the girliest meow anybody's ever heard. It was so cute. But it was proper girly. So we've now got the It's Your Birthday and No Problema. So this is now coming together, which is really cute. So now we just need to build this thing, don't we? So let's try and figure out where everything's going to go. So my thoughts are that I'm going to stick kind of this piece to this piece where I know I want it to live. So that piece to that piece, and then that piece to that piece. So that's now become one piece, and then this needs to sit behind there, and I'm going to trim a little bit of that off. So let's add some sticky onto there, and then pop that over the top like so. So this is all stuck together as one piece, and then I can just trim off the back of that like so. Very good. So now I can take this whole piece, and I could take this whole piece and I could pop this up, but I think I'm going to keep this all flat, and I'm going to pop up my characters, and then possibly pop up the panel itself. Alison says, I didn't hear that they were both going. My cry cut makes a racket when it's cutting, lol. Yes, they'll both be fine. They're both the cutest kitties. Oh, they are so adorable. Alison met them recently, and he is getting so big now. It's ridiculous how much he's grown. I mean, she's definitely grown and put on weight, but he's a big lad now, bless him. So I think I might pop this one up. I am just going to trim, see where there's a bit of an overlap just there. I am just going to turn my cardstock over and then just trim that down. Lovely, love that. So yeah, I think a bit of popping this up, bit of dimension. Laura Basson, she knows what it's all about. Dimension is life. So this is going to be really cool popped up though. So let's turn this over. Get a nice long piece about extra wide tape. They're very quiet this evening. They've normally been in and, said hello to everyone, or are trying to interfere with me, but get on, get involved. But they have been playing quite a bit today. The, the the thing that they absolutely love playing with at the moment, I'm finding, is paper bags from, like when you've been to Primark or somewhere, the big, really big paper bags. They absolutely love playing in them, and what they'll do is they'll trap each other inside them. It's very cute. It's very funny how they do it. So we've got little, oh, I love that, they're so cute. And then we're going to have It's Your Birthday there, and then these two little clouds just there. So I'm going to stick this cloud down first. But they also have got these little crinkly toys. They're like foil pom-poms almost. Yeah, they love a crinkly bag. They do love a crinkly bag. And like I said, they trap each other inside it, and it's really funny. But these little crinkly pom-poms that they've got, they absolutely are mad for them. What am I doing? Why won't that work? Why did that look cuter when I just laid them on top of each other? Maybe like that. That's cute. Yeah, they've got these like little crinkly foil pom-poms, but they bring them to bed with them. So they bring them upstairs when it's bedtime, and they're really noisy because they're crinkly. They're foil and they crinkle, so they're ever so noisy, and they like to push them underneath the bed so that they can't quite get to them. So then they start, pulling at them and pulling at the bed and making the crinkle noises, and it's like, oh no, we're trying to get some sleep here, which is very funny. Well, it's funny after the event. It's not so funny when it's happening in the middle of the night. But I do love how they like to bring them up to bed. It's very cute because they just want to be where we are, don't they? So it's very sweet. It's really sweet. So I'm just going to trim that down a little bit and add that to there. A bit for the neck as well. So that's in there. This little guy. So yeah, but the latest toy that we've managed to kind of wear them out a little bit with is, and if you've got cats, you'll know this works an absolute treat, is a laser pen. They absolutely adore the laser pen. They fly up and down the house, up and down the stairs is my favourite one, because they run up, run down, chasing it backwards and forwards. It's so cute. Yeah, they are absolutely adorable with it. That hopefully the theory was that it would just wear them out a little bit, so that when we come to bed, they're a little bit more chilled. It's not 100% effective, but it is doing the trick most of the time. So pop this little guy just there. Oh, these are cute. Love this. And then this little guy here. And then this guy can it on the no problema sentiment, because he's chilled and he's saying it is no problema. So final little things, I'm thinking, do I need like a little sun just up here? Might look kind of cute. The other thing that I was thinking of, I think it's in there, is it? Let me see if I can find it. Is it in here? Yes, it was possibly some little cacti, maybe. There's little extra embellishments on here. I do think it's looking really very cute as it is. These might be a little on the large side. Little. Very cute. Little cactus. Little smiley cacti. I think this one might be, is this one a bit too tall? Maybe if he was at the front and he was at the top, it might be a bit much. Don't overdo it, do we? But I do think the cactus in this set are so cute. But I am tempted still to put a little sun at the top. So let's put them back together. But you can definitely mix and match these sets so easily. So easily. Right. Let's grab. So for this one, I am going to stamp. I might die cut it before I stamp it, but don't know quite yet if I'm going to actually use it. So a bit of fossilized amber. Just do a quick stamp. We've got the circle die cut. Annalisa's just come back in from her walk and she says this is looking adorable. Thank you very much. I hope you had a nice walk. Was it very fresh? I'm thinking. Very fresh out there. So just pop this through. The other thing that we can do, which I think I might have a look at, is add some embellishments in the form of our enamel dots. So that might have shifted a little bit, but yeah, it did. It shifted a little bit, which is a bit annoying. But thoughts are that we could just have that hanging over the edge. The other way of doing this is die cutting it first, because it's small. I didn't do a very good job of keeping that in place. So let's die cut another one. I quite like that little sun at the top there. Very foggy but nice as it isn't below zero, which yes is a definite plus for definite. So excuse my head, I'll just try and my best to line that up. I think I've done a fairly decent job. Oh no, I've done it exactly the same. I've done it exactly the same. It's my eye. I told you my eyes are not the best. My eyes are really not the best. Let's try one more. I am nothing if not a perfectionist. So one more. If not, then we shall. The other thing that you could do, actually, if you didn't want to do it this way, which is another really good way of doing it. So I am going to do both. I did fossilized amber, didn't I? is you could, rather than use the stamp, let's just put some fossilized amber onto the end of there, like so, and then just use the dye. Obviously that needs to dry a little bit, so while that is drying, let's try this, see if we can't get this to come out as it's supposed to. If you've got decent enough tape on there, which might have helped. That's better, isn't it? That is much better. I don't know why I'm blowing on it. It's not really going to make a lot of difference, is it? But yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Yay! So let's get rid of that and pop that one on there. And I'm just going to show you if you were to do this just as a solid. So just use the die without the stamp, which might look nice because it's not got the white edge around it. It all depends on what look you're going for, I guess. I do like the white edge around there because we have that on our stamps, don't we, on our images. Throw that away. I've got ink all over literally everything. So we've got the solid version and the other version. So both look really, really nice. You could use either. It's entirely up to you what you decide to do. I'm going to get rid of these ones that haven't stamped correctly, and that is going to need a wipe because it's covered in yellow. So I'm going to pop that one up there, and I think I am going to use this one here. And I'm going to add it with glue rather than pop it up because I want it to sit in the background really. So let's just pop that in the corner there. I do just want it overlapping because I think it looks cute overlapping. I don't know if I want it a bit further down though. That's it. That's nice. There. And then, like I mentioned, we do have our enamel dots. Couldn't speak them for a moment. I've got a few here. So these are really nice just to add a little bit of something extra. And I'm thinking that the yellow would look really cute. I'm going to have to get some more of these ones. So I do like the yellow, and the orange is really nice as well, just to pull out the orange that we've used here. So as you can see, I have spilt glue on this one, which is annoying. Yours won't come with glue. So a little enamel dot just down here for a little bit of colour. I just think this can be really cute too. I don't want to put it by their bums because it looks like a little purple little bumberry. So we don't want a little bumberry, do we? Maybe one there. It's going to look cute. Oops. Go down. Oh, that's cute. That's looking really cute. So we've got the little line of little enamel dots taking us through our picture, which I think is really sweet. And I know normally I would say go for odd numbers, but I do think that that kind of works. Yeah, I like that. Got a little bit of floof there. Remove that. So I think that might be our little design finished. And I think it's really, really fun. What do we think? It's your birthday, no problema. Cute as pie. Annalise says it's sometimes so hard to get the perfect die cut, but that was the perfect workaround. It is a good alternative, definitely. It does work really well. So yeah, I think that has turned out really, really cute. Something a bit different, something fun and bright. Use your papers, use your inks, use your dyes, and a really nice shaped card base as well. So yeah, lots of good stuff going on there. I've really enjoyed that. One thing that I haven't done, which you didn't remind me of, because you're all naughty people, is that I didn't do any little bits of my gel pen, which I always do, and I forgot because I was so excited. But really, there's not a lot to do on here, is there? Because you can't really see a lot of it. So it's quite fun just to add a few little I suppose like little hash marks that help give the illusion of a little bit of fluff as well. So we'll just add a few of those around the place. A little bit to our sun, and a little bit to the to those mountain tops as well. Yeah, I think that finishes it off quite nicely. Black glazed pen to the eyes. Where's my little scrap of paper? Have I used all my scraps? Black glaze to the eyes. I think we can now finally call it done. Yeah, what do you think? I love that. I love it. I love it. Llama texture look is fab. Oh, thank you, Claire. Have a fab time on the hem do. Oh, fingers crossed I'm not too worse for wear, because we've still got lots of work to do on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I need not to be in a bit of a mess. So yeah. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching tonight. I'm so pleased that you could join me for this, because I really, really enjoyed this card. And I'm sorry to everybody who was possibly watching on YouTube and has had to rejoin us after the event, because it didn't work. But I shall see you all, I will see you all for some sneak peek videos next week ahead of the new release. So yeah, it's new release week next week. I can't wait to share it with you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a fabulous bonfire night and a fabulous weekend. And good luck with all of your crafty projects that you've got going on. And I'll speak to you all soon. Night, guys. Bye.